Alright guys, good morning. It's Shalon from the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I'm talking Atlas Reactor. I'm talking about the Chapter 3, Season 3 requirements, and then I'm going to talk about the new Freelancer, new Evolutionary Variant number 3, or NEV 3 for short. So to go up here to Season and Chapter 3, it's really not a hard chapter this time. There's nothing in it that is going to make you want to pull your hair out. It's basically just a lot of matches. I like Season 3. I think maybe the mark was missed just a little bit, but for the most part, it's there for the summer months to just give you something to play while maybe Arcade is down or your regular game is down. I did want to spend some time talking about the new Freelancer. This is NEV 3, and I think she brings a certain dynamic to the game that none of the other new characters have yet. I know that in the last year, not even the last year, this game isn't even a year old yet, they've added several Freelancers along the way, and I think that this character does the most to change the board and change how you have to think. This character actually has a huge amount of control of what her abilities are going to do, and then forces you to think about it. She actually is a forcer to cause board position. So first and foremost, I'm going to go into the abilities and mods so that you can see the mods that you can do, and then I'm going to cut in some footage from a couple of matches. So her basic ability is called Catarang, and as you see on the inner Trion video, she throws out this ring, and then it lingers until the next round. When she moves next round, that ring is going to follow her. There you go, turn 2. It's going to come back, and the thing is, if you move, you change the trajectory of the return on the ring. Also, you'll notice that the return disc passes through walls and cover, so that's huge. It allows you to keep doing damage even if you have to run for cover. A range of abilities, or sorry, modifications for this ability. I like the defensive method of getting 3 shields per turn that it hits. I want to play with the 6 additional damage here in a little bit just to see if it's enough. It's not really a big enough skill to begin with, so like I said, I like running with the three shields. This next one is Ambigify, and it makes one of your Catarangs 66% bigger and increases the damage by 4. You can also mod this one out to have a root or gain shields, and again, as I'm playing with the character to just learn her, I'm modding to defense, so I have it as gain shields. The next ability is a prep round ability, and this is huge. It's basically guaranteed damage. So during the prep phase, you target an enemy, and during the blast phase, the Catarang travels to the tagged person. So this means it doesn't matter what the person does. It's also really, really useful if you think that person is going to dash into or past their teammates, because then the disc is going to go to them and hurt everybody on the way. Like all good firepower freelancers, she has a dash. Her dash is kind of long. It's on a 5-round cooldown. You got to be careful to use this when you need it, but it allows you to throw a disc and then move in a direction, and then you also get to move after the dash. That's becoming sort of the standard now, that you can move after your dash. And then her ultimate. She has a very, very unique ultimate in that while her ultimate is only 50 energy, like some of the other new freelancers only take 50 energy. If you'll notice, if you use her ultimate 2 turns in a row, then you can use it on the 3rd turn for no additional cost. And the fact that, I'm going to cursor over this again, the fact that she's throwing out 3 rings and you're going to be throwing out 3 rings 3 turns in a row, you're going to just absolutely do a ton of damage across the field. So now I'm going to splice in some video footage so you can see it from a player's perspective. Okay, so right here is an example of the dash as well as the return on the ring. You'll see right here, this ring is mine. I've thrown it out the previous round. So it's going to return to me, and then I'm going to throw out a ring into this cluster of people, and then I'm going to dash. So just watch as this round resolves itself. And there's the example of the Abigify, and the ring returned back through L. So as you can see, as this round resolves itself, NEV3, she's really the closest thing that the game has to a trap class. You can also see just the big amount of numbers from throwing out the rings, just able to do a ton of damage in a short amount of time. And then the only other thing I'm going to show you is, as you can see right here, I threw out 3 rings with my ultimate, and I'm fully charged on my ultimate bar. So there's round 1. And now round 2, it lets me decide that I'm going to throw out 3 more. And I'm going to throw these 3 out as a 360. You can either do it as 3 in a frontal cone or a 360. Should remind everybody of a fidget spinner. So I'm going to throw those out. But then watch as the 3 rings that are already out are going to come back to me. Now, I don't recommend standing in the middle of the board unless you have a plan. And my plan was simply that I was going to do just as much damage as I could do and have them focus on a squishy. And now here you see, because I've used the ability, I've used the ultimate 2 turns in a row, I'm able to use it for a 3rd turn, even though I don't have the energy. And in just a moment, you're going to see the stats for this character. This was actually my first round with this character, so I'm just letting it run a second to bring up stats. And as you can see, not bad, not great. I mean, absolutely not a great first round, but a decent first round. Never played the character before. And top damage for my team, so I'll take that. And that's it for NEV 3, guys. I'm going to try to do an Atlas Reactor video on each of the new freelancers when they come out, or when each of the chapter for the seasons come out. If you have any questions about Atlas Reactor, don't hesitate to email me at support@paradoxgaming.net. Hey, you. Yes, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Hit that subscribe button. Watch a couple of more videos. Go check out our website.